Meeting in session, pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any comments from the public? Any comments from the public at this time? Any questions about the minutes of the previous meeting?
I have a question. Not so much a question, a statement. On number 5, under reports, mayor and trustees, under Mayor Thone, it says that trustee Menard still has questions about what types of business are being planned, how many jobs might be created, and also would like the reassurances that data portion will not include data mining for Bitcoin. I never said one thing about Bitcoin. I want a period after the end of data mining.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Well, she's changed it.
And also on the back, when we went into regular session, it was seconded by trustee Arno. Trustee Arno wasn't present that night.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was you, Brian. Cut and paste error.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes as amended.
Corrected?
Correct.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So we've got the bills. Any questions on the bills today? Any additions or deletions to it?
We have one addition. It's to NICEC in the amount of $23,423.97. It's December's transmission charges.
Make a motion to pay the bills as amended.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Any correspondence today?
Nothing tonight.
I've got some news on some stuff that you would like to hear, Dale Menard. There was a few emails from New York State about development at the Wyatt facility. In every email, the company was redacted with the confidential and the little thing on the side. So we've got a big company moving in. I do not know the name. We've got a big company moving in. They had some questions I could not answer at the time because we do not have that under control. That'll be another thing later on.
So this is from ERS or from the state? Or what?
State.
From the state?
The state's got some big plans.
So nothing from ERS.
No, nothing new from ERS.
And I guess I can comment on that, because we did send the contract to ERS signed with the deposit check. I've been in contact with their attorney, the gentleman's name is Andrew Stalka. In addition, and basically he said he's processed everything on. Last time I emailed him was probably last week. He thought I'd have the contract back hopefully this week. They acknowledged receipt of it, they acknowledged receipt of the deposit check. I'd also sent him some documentation that we received from KAS regarding the Phase 1 environmental, because they had some information they sent to us that needed to be completed by ERS. Mr. Stalkup had told me that he has passed that on to them for completion. And again, I hope I'll get that back soon. He didn't give me very much of a definitive timeline when I'll get that back, because then I need to send that on to KAS.
So this is for the land, for the water plant?
Correct.
That's what you're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
For everybody in the
Yeah. So it's the
public,
land.
this is for the land that we're purchasing from ERS for the water plant.
Correct.
Up by the water tank.
Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully, I'll have that contract back, fully signed contract back this week. Then we have like a 60-day due diligence period. And when talking to KAS, they talk about a 30-day timeframe to turn around phase one. But they also need that information from ERS to complete that.
And that 60 days doesn't start till we get the contract back.
Correct. So we have proof of a signed contract, if we don't have anything right now. I mean, it sounds like it's a formality. When Mr. Sapo didn't indicate there was any issues or problems or anything like that, but I just don't have it right yet.
Now, Mr. Mayor, did the state or ERS say when they were going to open whatever this up to the public and announce this to the public? So we can know what's gonna go?
I do not have a specific date. So, how many executive sessions do you need now?
We definitely need at least one executive session to discuss possible lawsuits, potential lawsuits. I don't know if I need more than one.
Okay, we'll just go with one. I make a motion to have an executive session at the end of the open session and for lawsuit discussion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Request an executive session, discuss the employment history of a particular employee.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Trustee Arno?
I only have one or two things here. Ann at the library, she has a large piece of plate glass, 5 foot 5 inches, 3 long, 3 foot 5 inches wide, and a 1/4 inch thick. It's just a piece of glass that she's got over there. I guess it was for a showcase or something. And she'd like to get rid of it, surplus it. And she's got 3 large wooden doors, 7 foot by 2 foot 5 inches wide, and with the hinges. She's got 3 of them. And I'd like to give my condolences to Donna Racine's family. She passed, she was the historian for 18 years here in the village, and she was a wonderful lady. And also, I'd like to give our condolences, the village board, I'd like to give our condolences to Gordon Ruhal, for Shirley Hall was a member of the zoning and planning board. That's all I have.
Okay. Edway's not here. Trustee Menard?
I'm sorry, can I ask for clarification? So the glass and the doors from the library, do you want to surplus them to sell them, or do we have use for them in the village?
Oh, no, we don't have no use for them.
Okay, so then you can have a motion in a second to surplus it?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
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 My first item on the agenda is the Civic Center. Ethan just got to Jamie and I and said that the skate sharpener is not working correctly. So he called the company that the skate sharpener was bought from, and they've been sold out, and there was no warranty on it. So they said they could fix it, but it was going to cost at least $1,500 to ship it there and back, not to mention the cost of fixing it. And Ethan found another one that, a manual one that he can purchase for $1,400. So he's asking the board to purchase that, and he has the money budgeted for Zamboni tires for this season. So he'd like to swap that out because he doesn't need tires on the Zamboni, and put that towards the ice skating machine, the ice skate machine. So I'd like to make a motion that we allow the rec center to purchase the new skate sharpening machine for $1,400.
I'll second that.
Is that a problem with yours, son, or is that?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Just switch the money around between the .4 and .2 accounts.
All in favor, say aye.
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 And I would like an executive session to discuss a particular utility customer.
Second?
No?
Huh?
The only question I have is, in executive sessions, there are very specific items that you can ask for executive session on. And it really doesn't talk in there about discussion or having an executive session on a particular utility customer. I mean, there are certain things that you can have executive session on, whether it's personnel matters, litigation, matters which may imperil public safety, matters which may disclose the identity of a law enforcement agent, information relating to current or future investigation or prosecution of a criminal offense which would imperil effective law enforcement if disclosed, real property transactions, preparation, grading, or administration of certain examinations. So it just, I'm just suggesting, Trustee Menard, that that's not really an appropriate
Okay,
item
so
for
if we
a
discuss
specific
this,
executive session.
if we discuss this in regular session, I can mention this utility customer and without,
I mean, if we have an issue about a utility customer or something, I mean, unless it's involving like litigation, I don't know what the issue is.
okay, well,
That's what I'm just saying, so when you just say that it's about I mean, if it deals with some litigation, then I would say that that's an appropriate step for, or appropriate item for an executive session.
well, it could possibly be litigation.
Yep. I would think so.
Okay, if it falls under proposed, pending, or current litigation, then it would be an item for executive session.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No?
And that's all I have for this evening.
Trustee Pelkey?
I have nothing for this evening. Oh, one thing, I did meet with, the water and the wastewater superintendent, over his budget, and he, with his proposed new budget, and, it looks really good. It was, very informative to meet with him, and, we discussed, ongoing projects and, what he's planning for the next year, and it was a really good meeting. And I think, they did very well in the environment, in the water and the sewer. That's all I have.
Any other reports?
I'd like the board, make the board aware that we received payment number 3 on the rec park grant in an amount of $118,908.60. And we also received $139,006.18, which is our share of participating in the New York State County-wide Shared Services Initiative, which represents 80% of the authorized amount of $173,000. They withheld 20% of the expected payment is withheld due to COVID. Just wanted to make the board aware of those 2 items that came in, those pretty big items.
Thank you.
Thank you, Orson.
Any public comments? Brief recess before the executive session. All in favor?
I didn't hear a second.
Second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's the whole show, boys.